due to the war scenario with Ukraine and Russia and all the others taking place. I watch those willing to take up arms to protect themselves and their country. I find myself feeling very sorry, not only for the innocent involved, but most importantly for the leaders who have given the orders for war and those who have been groomed to act on their behalf. What I would truly wish for them to know is what I do regarding the aftermath of their choices. Many religions tell us that we are sent to an eternal hell's fire for our sins. I'm here to tell you that it's a lot worse. But in this case, there is redemption, rather than the religious alternative of none. The person or persons responsible for any deaths will have to return and relive the average life expectancy of 80 years, comprising of the pain, the suffering and sorrow that death has caused, not only to themselves, but it will affect the world that surrounds them. Now, can you imagine being the leader or the person who gave the orders for war and those who took part in those wars? One would need to relive thousands of years in utter torment so that one's natural balance could return. Therefore, I implore anyone with such intentions to avoid those actions at all costs. This is why all the prophets, sages and the wise suggest a humble existence to avoid being in such a position of power which would result in a self-inflicted spiritual catastrophe. This is not a theory that I suggest or used in the aim to bring peace. It is something I know. Fortunately or unfortunately, I have been given the insight to know these things. I love you all beyond human comprehension. Therefore my purpose is to help, to reach out. I am here to prevent a horrific awakening for the so inclined. I do not take relaying such messages lightly, as by doing so I have found it has distanced those I love most, as I endure their scorn and stares of contempt towards a person of prevention and peace they call a coward. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 5, an alternative for an eye is given by Jesus, which says, "You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the one who is evil. But if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also."